The rumble of Maria's custom-built bike was usually the only sound that mattered on her solitary journeys. Her blue hair whipped around her helmeted head, a vibrant streak against the muted greens and greys of the winding country road. Maria was a creature of the road, her life a symphony of engines and the open sky. But today, that symphony was interrupted by a faint, pained whimper. She slowed, her keen eyes scanning the roadside. Hidden beneath the skeletal branches of an old oak, huddled in a ditch choked with dead leaves, was a dog. Not just any dog, but a creature of such profound neglect and despair that Maria felt a cold knot tighten in her stomach. The dog was a shepherd mix, or what was left of one. Her fur was matted with mud and burrs, her ribs protruded sharply, and her eyes, when they met Maria's, were a watery, desperate plea. What truly punched Maria in the gut was the dog's distended belly. She was heavily pregnant, far too close to birth for this desolate, cold spot. Maria killed the engine, the sudden silence amplifying the dog's soft, trembling breaths. She dismounted, her heavy boots crunching on the gravel, and slowly removed her helmet. "Hey there, girl," she murmured, her voice, usually a low growl, surprisingly gentle. "What in the hell happened to you?" The dog flinched, a low, guttural growl rumbling in her chest, a weak attempt at defiance. Maria kept her distance, slowly extending an open hand. "It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Just, let me see." Minutes crawled by. Maria spoke softly, reassuringly, her biker leathers feeling surprisingly soft against the raw vulnerability of the moment. Eventually, the dog, fueled by a primal need for help, stilled. Her eyes, still wary, held a flicker of something akin to hope. Maria knelt, carefully assessing the situation. The dog was clearly exhausted, dehydrated, and trembling from the cold. Her legs looked wobbly, and a faint tremor ran through her body. She couldn't just leave her. And there was no way the dog could ride on the bike. "All right, girl," Maria said, making a decision. "This is gonna be a little unconventional." She carefully removed her heavy leather vest, the one with the embroidered wolf on the back, and gently spread it on the ground. Coaxing the dog, with a mix of soft words and the promise of a better future, Maria managed to get the animal to shift onto the vest. Then, with surprising strength and tenderness, she carefully, slowly, began to slide the vest, with the dog on it, towards a more accessible patch of road. Each inch was a struggle, punctuating by the dog's whimpers and Maria's grunts of effort. Finally, at the edge of the road, Maria pulled out her phone. Her usual contacts were mechanics, tattoo artists, or fellow riders for emergency roadside repairs. Today, she scrolled to the local animal shelter's emergency line, a number she'd never thought she'd call. She explained the situation, her voice gruff but urgent. "Abandoned pregnant dog, looks like she's about to pop. Yeah, real bad shape. I'm on Route 17, just past the old mill." Within 20 minutes, a beat-up pickup truck from the shelter arrived. The volunteer, an older woman with a kind face, looked at Maria's blue hair and leathers, then at the trembling dog, and gave a small, understanding nod. "Good on you, honey," she said simply. Together, they carefully lifted the dog into a padded crate in the truck. Maria rode alongside the pickup on her bike, her heart thumping a frantic rhythm against her ribs. She couldn't leave. Not now. At the small, bustling shelter, the vet was waiting. Maria stood by, a silent sentinel, as the vet and her team worked quickly. The dog was examined, given 4 fluids, and gently moved to a warm, quiet recovery room. "She's malnourished and exhausted," the vet explained to Maria, "but she's a fighter. And you got here just in time." Maria sat in the waiting room, sipping lukewarm coffee, the smell of antiseptic and animal mingling in the air. The tough biker facade had crumbled, revealing a raw, anxious core. Hours later, a shelter worker found her, a wide smile on her face. She did it. 5 beautiful, healthy puppies. Maria rushed to the recovery room. There, nestled in a soft bed, was the dog, looking surprisingly serene. Her eyes, no longer haunted, were soft and maternal as she licked her tiny, squirming offspring. 5 miniature bundles of fur, eyes still closed, nuzzled against her. Maria sank onto a stool beside the bed, a soft, almost imperceptible smile touching her lips. The dog looked up at her, and this time, there was no fear, only deep, quiet gratitude. "You're a mom now," Maria whispered, reaching out a hesitant hand to stroke the dog's head. "A good mom." She stayed for hours, captivated by the tiny movements of the puppies, the gentle sighs of the mother. She named the mother dog Hope, for the flicker of it she'd seen in her eyes, and for the new life she'd brought into the world. The puppies were named after things that made Maria happy: Cobalt for her hair, Rumble for her bike, Star for the night sky, Ace for a winning hand, and Spirit for their mother's enduring will. Maria, the lone wolf of the highway, found herself returning to the shelter every day. She helped care for Hope and her litter, her calloused hands surprisingly gentle as she changed blankets or offered Hope a bowl of nourishing food. Her blue hair was often dusted with puppy fur, and the smell of exhaust on her leathers was slowly replaced by the faint, sweet scent of new life. When the puppies were old enough to be adopted, Maria helped screen their new families, ensuring each one went to a loving home. But Hope, the mother, never left Maria's side. The shelter staff, seeing the bond, knew Hope had already chosen her forever family. So, the blue-haired biker girl, once defined by her solitude, found her pack. Hope, a loyal shadow, often rode in a specially designed sidecar, her ears flapping in the wind. And sometimes, when Maria stopped her bike on a quiet stretch of road, she'd look at the scars on Hope's body, a testament to a past of desperate need, and know that some roads are meant to lead you to exactly where you're supposed to be.